Ladies and gentlemen, the Space Foundation and Northrop Grumman welcome you to the 29th National Space Symposium.
How you guys doing?
The world to talk it, teach the world to sing it, perfect harmony, it teach the world to snuff the fires and the liars. Hey, I know it's just a song, but it's not for the recipe. This is the love attack. I know and out, but it's back. It's just like any that it retracts before impact. It does my fashion, it's a smash on follow with it in him. If you got the goods to come in by it, just you stay in the click. So don't delay at night, supplies are running out. Allow if you're still alive, 60 years to arrive. And if you follow them in, you got tomorrow, but if you are for sure, you might as well be walking on the sun. 25 years ago, they broke out and they spoke out. Recession, oppression, together they told and they broke down with the dolls around a bonfire, just singing and clapping. And what the hell happened? And some were spellbound, some would have bounced on, they fell down, and some got back up and fought back in the meltdown. And the kids will hear me chicks all here by crits because fashion is smash on the true meaning of it. So don't delay at night, supplies are running out. Allow if you're still alive, 68 years to arrive. And if you follow them, they be out tomorrow. But if you are for sure, you might as well be walking on the sun. Come on, Earl. It ain't no joke when a mama's handkerchief is soaked with the tears, cause her baby's life has been revoked. The bone is broke, comes no joke, they'll be broke. Guess all the clothes are missed, the wizard can't live on. No God like hocus pocus, so don't sit back, kick back and watch the world get pushed back. Lose it in your neighborhood, it's under attack. Put away the crap before the crack, put you away. You need to be there when your baby's old enough to relay. And now supplies are running out. Now if you're still alive, 60 years to arrive. If you follow them, then you got tomorrow. But if you are for sure, you might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the Space Foundation, Mr. Elliot Pullum.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the beautiful Broadmoor. It is so great to have everybody back for the 29th National Space Symposium. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Give yourselves a hand. I almost didn't make it up here because the governor was hanging on to me so hard. He said, you can smash mouth, holy cow. So we're going to get through the program fast so we can get these guys back out here, play some more music for us. Does that sound like a good idea? All right. First of all, I want to thank our co-sponsor for this evening, Northrop Grumman. Yeah, woo! Give it up. Northrop Grumman is just such a fantastic partner. Many of you that were here last year know that Northrop stepped up and made a donation to us to help us kickstart our education programs at the Space Foundation headquarters. When we're not doing the Space Symposium, we're working real hard with teachers and students from around the country. And one of the things we've been able to do with our new headquarters is to launch Colorado Springs' first space museum. And we've done that with education foremost in our minds. And Northrop was the first to step up and really get that jump started. Since we got that facility open in October, we've seen about 5,000 people, mostly students and teachers. So Northrop, thank you. Now, along those lines of education, children, putting on programs, making things wonderful here in Colorado Springs for space, we're going to do something we've never done before. And I know some of you feel like you're in church because there's an envelope on your seat. We are, besides being a great Space Foundation, we are a 501c3 nonprofit charity, and we appreciate everyone's support. So we hope that before you leave this week, you'll dig into your pockets, find something to put in this envelope and send it back to us. We really appreciate your support. Thank you. All right. Also, I want to thank tonight Lockheed Martin. After we're done here, we will adjourn to the Lockheed Martin Exhibit Center and Lockheed Martin Exhibit Center Pavilion. Believe it or not, in times of sequestration and all the other things that we have been dealing with, and let me tell you, I am really glad to be here. The Lockheed Martin Exhibit Center is once again sold out, both the Exhibit Center and the Pavilion, so give yourselves a round of applause for that. And whether you are a speaker, a volunteer, more than 350 volunteers this year, what a community we have, exhibitor, just, you know, a registrant, a politician here to listen to the musicians, whatever. Thank you so much for being here with us. This is an important event. It's worth doing, and it's worth doing because you come. So thank you very much for being here tonight. Okay, that's enough about sequestration. Nobody wants to hear about that. Part of the reason I think that we arrive on site in this difficult environment with, believe it or not, a higher level of attendance than last year, and believe it or not, more government attendees than last year, is because of the value of this event, but also because of the robust nature of this industry. The space industry continues to grow, and part of what characterizes that is it's more international than ever, it's more commercial than ever, and for the last several years we've seen this trend of more international, more commercial people participating in the Space Symposium. But to give you an idea, we released the 2013 Space Report last week, and last year the space economy on a global basis grew 6.7% to $304 billion. That is not bad. Now, if you're looking at the trends and you're concerned about how America's doing in that, there's some things to be concerned about. For the third year in a row, American employment in the space industry is down. Globally, it's up. American revenues are down. Globally, it's up. So we have some things to sort out and some problems to address here in the country, and I think everybody wants to do that. We have some great leaders here with us this evening that are going to help us with that. We're very honored to have our own Congressman Doug Lamborn here with us this night. Congressman, thank you for being here with us. I don't know if Congressman Meehan is still in the crowd or still with us, but we were pleased to have Congressman Pat Meehan here for the cyber event today. Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger is here with us. He's not here tonight at this moment because he had a knee replaced about 8 weeks ago, and he's been up on his legs working all day, and so he needed to take a break. But you'll probably see him around here. But you'll also get a chance to hear from our governor. You will have a chance to meet elected officials, parliamentarian from the Deutsche Bundestag. You will see here this week lieutenant governors from around the country. One of the things that's happening is that the Aerospace States Association, which is the association of states with aerospace business, which is usually represented by the lieutenant governor, there are about 35 of them, have elected to have their annual meeting here instead of Washington, D.C. this year. They thought they could get more work done. So we're delighted. We're delighted to have all these people in the House. So without further ado, I'd like to ask you to help welcome, to give the official welcome to Colorado, one of the great space governors. This is a guy who gets it. He's been down here many times. He's visited with us many times. He's a great champion of space. Please welcome Governor John Hickenlooper. Sure.
I've never been called a spacey governor. And not that I didn't deserve it and don't deserve it. Elliot, thank you. I know you all recognize in Elliot Pullum that you have a leader who understands the incredible complexity of trying to move an industry like this forward. And it really is, you know, he makes passing comments about sequestration and the challenges of getting so many government people here. It's a serious issue. And I look at this as one indication of some of the challenges that our congresspeople are facing in Washington of how do we get past these partisan divides and begin refocusing on the kinds of research investments, as in space, that are really going to move not just this country, but the world forward. We did a report this last year on the Colorado aerospace industry in partnership with McKinsey and Brookings. Brookings helped put the whole thing together and really helped demonstrate, A, what I need to do, what our delegation in Washington needs to do, but what we as a country, each state, needs to do to really make sure that we expand, you know, not just our research in space, but the world's research. And I thought it's encouraging that the rest of the world is adding employees, distressing that we're reducing the number of research and employees in the United States. I look at Colorado as a place we're trying to really change the brand and identity of the state to be more pro-business, but at the same time, because it is such a beautiful place, hold ourselves to the highest environmental standards, the highest ethical standards, but also to be a model of good government, where people do come together and find compromises. Last year, difficult budget year, purple state, we passed our budget with 86 out of 100 votes in the General Assembly. And that's a lot of work. I'm not sure we'll get quite that good this year, but it is a challenge that we seem to not be succeeding at in Congress right now. And I'm not one to say I could do it better or that there are not a lot of reasons for it, but we have to keep working at it and finding a way to get past this. I know that, you know, I spent 16 years in the bar business. Well, I'm not supposed to say the bar business, the restaurant business. But there you learn from the beginning that no matter how unreasonable the other person is, your customer, they're still your customer. And no matter what happens, you're going to make sure you have a relationship. Well, somehow we have to bring that into government a little bit. And it seems impossible. And when I first ran for public office, the first thing I ever ran for was back in 2003. I mean, I never ran for student council or class president. But I had no chance of winning. And I used to carry this tattered clipping from the Denver Post about a professor of public speaking at the University of Wyoming, and to try and buck up my staff because they thought it was hopeless. And it was a story about a public speaking professor at the University of Wyoming up in Laramie, and how she said you had to use opposites to make a real impression. If you want to talk about the worst of times, you need to talk about the best of times. If you talk about the agony, you need to talk about the ecstasy. The words gain power by being together. She said, what's the opposite of despair? Someone in the class said, joy. She goes, exactly. You want people to really feel despair, use joy in the same sentence. The words gain emotional impact by being together. And she said, what's the opposite of woe? And the kid way in the back goes, giddy up. Right? And I think, well, we sometimes think that it's going to be impossible to get both parties to work together, to take common goals like what we see in space, and really make progress. But the real solution was, it gets tough, giddy up. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Governor Hickenlooper. What say we get going with our awards program? Could I invite Thad Altman from the Astronauts Memorial Foundation to join me on stage for our first award?
Well, it's a great honor to be here, and I want to thank the Space Foundation for helping make this award possible. I'm with the Astronaut Memorial Foundation, and the Astronaut Memorial Foundation's mission is to remember those astronauts who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the pursuit of space exploration. We also recognize the aspiration and achievements of all astronauts who pioneer and explore the space frontier. Key to our living memorial is education. You know, it begins with the imagination of a child, and those are our future. This award, the Alan Shepard Technology and Education Award, recognizes an innovator in space education, and so appropriately named after Alan Shepard. This year, we recognize Daniel Newmyer from Center Consolidated School District, Center, Colorado, right down the road from here, Colorado.
Alan Shepard, one of the original Mercury astronauts, was the first American to fly in space, and one of only 12 humans who have walked on the moon. He was also an early director of the Astronauts Memorial Foundation. In his memory, the Space Foundation, NASA, and the Astronauts Memorial Foundation created the Alan Shepard Technology and Education Award, which is presented annually to a pre-K through 12 or district-level educator. The Shepard Award recognizes excellence in the development and application of technology in the classroom, or to the professional development of teachers. The 2013 Alan Shepard Technology and Education Award is presented to teacher Daniel Newmyer for bringing inspiration, funding grants, and a love of science to high school students in rural Colorado. Mr. Newmyer teaches science and math at Center High School in Center, Colorado, to low-income, minority, and migrant students 150 miles from the nearest city. He is also responsible for creating 2 STEM programs to help students in the district. The Center's Scientific Research and Engineering program encourages students to develop their own experiments and has helped more than 120 students win regional science fair awards. Tesla, Teaching Extraordinary Students Lessons in Aerospace, is a program that integrates math assignments with spaceflight and makes use of flight simulators to help students earn the title Mathstronaut. Mr. Newmyer is a Space Foundation teacher liaison and received a grant from United Space Alliance for $5,000 to develop space-related programs promoting the Space Foundation curriculum. Thanks to Mr. Newmyer's passion for teaching science and mathematics, students who may have otherwise gone underserved are on their way to careers in aerospace. Congratulations, Daniel Newmyer, winner of the 2013 Alan Shepard Technology and Education Award.
Thank you, Senator Altman. I appreciate it. I have to say what an honor it is to win this award, knowing that it comes from the Astronaut Memorial Foundation. My first interaction with human spaceflight consisted of me sitting in a small brick school building in Hooper, Colorado, and I watched the most incredible launch. And then it happened, and we lost an amazing teacher, Krista McCullough. But that moment was very humbling and empowering for me. 6 years ago, I found myself sitting out here And I looked up at this award and said, that'd be a great goal. I'm going to go for that. And now I'm here. And so I have to look at what got me here. And there's one consistent theme that got me to this place, and that's an investment in teachers. And that's really what's happened. Investment by organizations like the Space Foundation Education Team, who've been amazing to us at Center. Also to the United Space Alliance for making it possible for us to have our flight simulators, to launch a rocket off of Mount Blanca, 14,000-foot peak. Also, it was an investment in us by individuals, like Jennifer Carter from the Society for Science and the Public, astronaut Kent Rominger, who both came and invested hours of time in our students. This also happens in an amazing environment, and that environment is Center School District. And that environment is grown by an amazing school board and a visionary leader, George Welsh, who definitely lives by the creed, failure is not an option. No excuses, just get it done. I also work with an amazing group of teachers, and 4 of those teachers are teacher liaisons. My beautiful wife, Kate. I also have Diego Martinez and Gail Martinez, and most of these crazy ideas are Diego's, so he should be right up here with me. But I really have to thank my parents, who are both teachers also, and they really came and inspired me to become an educator. They woke me up in the middle of the night to see Halley's Comet and to see whatever meteor shower was happening at the time. But I want to leave you with one thing. First of all, I want to challenge each and every one of you to invest in a teacher. Because when you invest in a teacher, it gives us the opportunity to empower a group of students. Like the students I brought here today. I've got Jose and Anna and Brittany and Alexa and Nick and many others that many of you will meet on Wednesday. So thank you very much, and go invest in a teacher.
All right, thank you very much. Our next award this evening is the Douglas R. Morrow Award, Douglas S. Morrow Award. We have had some really fantastic people earn this public outreach award over time, but maybe none more so fantastic than tonight's winner. Let's take a look at the video.
The Douglas S. Morrow Public Outreach Award is presented to an individual, team, or organization that has made significant contributions to public awareness of and support for space programs. Doug Morrow was an Academy Award-winning writer and producer, space advocate, and early member of the Board of Directors of the Space Foundation. The Space Foundation has selected Bill Nye as the recipient of the 2013 Douglas S. Morrow Public Outreach Award for inspiring children and adults alike to learn about science. The beloved PBS series, Bill Nye the Science Guy, had episodes focused on lessons about specific aspects of science, many of them space-related. Nye wrote, performed, and produced the 18-time Emmy Award-winning series, which is considered by many to be the launchpad to their careers in aerospace. In 2011, Nye took command of the Planetary Society as its new CEO. He has been a member of the organization since its creation in 1980. The Planetary Society, established by Carl Sagan, Bruce Murray, and Louis Friedman, is a community of advocates for space science, research, and exploration that helps sponsor a wide variety of projects. Today, Nye holds 5 honorary doctorate degrees and continues to champion space science and exploration online, in the news, and through his involvement in numerous organizations. For his accomplishments in raising public awareness of human spaceflight, exploration, and education, we congratulate this year's Douglas S. Morrow Public Outreach Award winner, Bill Nye.
I'd like to invite the chairman of the board of the Space Foundation, Mr. Marty Faga, to the stage to help present these awards. Thank you, Marty. Congratulations, Bill. Stand right back here. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you very much. This is quite an honor. I am very, very, very excited to receive this, but I just want to say that I'm part of a legacy. And the Planetary Society goes back to 1980 when the founders felt that society was at a turning point. Public support of space exploration was very high, yet government support of it was waning. And I believe we're at that same turning point. And the situation was really, I hope, brought into focus for everybody around the 15th of February, when two spectacular asteroids, one came very close to the Earth and the other hit the Earth's atmosphere. And this is something that I hope makes everybody aware that we are part of the cosmos. We are on a very small place in space. And my life's work has been really to remind everybody that science is probably the best idea humans have ever had. And if it's not, we're going to replace it with something and we're going to say, well, that was the process of science. And this asteroid business especially is meaningful for me at this event because I believe in the very near future, military assets and civilian assets are going to have to work together to identify these extraordinary objects that might have our name on it. And I just want to emphasize to all the corporations here, everybody who's in high school today will be running the show. They'll be the young rocket scientists and spacecraft engineers in, let's say, 2025. And we need to support them as best we can. I strongly believe that space exploration brings out the very best in humankind. It brings out the best in us. So I'm very excited to receive this award, and I'm very excited to be part of the legacy of the foundation. And I want to work with everyone here to, dare I say it, change the world. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
We'll ship it back there. My chairman always does this. He shows up and does a little something and he slides out. Marty, we've got 2 more awards to give. We need to have you back up here, please. While Mr. Chairman comes to the stage, let's hear about our Space Achievement Award winner.
The Space Foundation's Space Achievement Award is presented annually to individuals or organizations to recognize extraordinary contributions toward advancing exploration, development, or utilization of space. The 2013 Space Achievement Award is presented to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration for the use of satellites in making life-saving predictions and early warnings for dangerous weather. NOAA was founded in 1970 by combining 3 of the oldest government weather and geological agencies, whose heritage of service to the nation goes back more than 200 years. Today, NOAA uses space-based assets to forecast atmospheric developments, track changes in marine environments, provide aid for ecological research, and help supply information for a variety of sub-services that require Earth observation from space. NOAA uses both geostationary operational environmental satellite and polar orbiting operational environmental satellite systems to help determine the severity and risk of approaching weather. As Hurricane Sandy bore down on the northeastern coast of the United States in late October, NOAA's early warnings enabled timely evacuations and advanced emergency response planning that protected property and saved lives. For its use of environmental satellites to help preserve human life, predict changes on Earth caused by everything from solar events to deep sea activity, and conserve coastal and marine resources, the Space Foundation is proud to honor NOAA. Congratulations to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, recipient of the 2013 Space Achievement Award.
Representing NOAA, Dr. Sandy McDonald, Chief Science Advisor, Oceanic and Atmospheric Research at NOAA.
I'm here to accept this award for NOAA. Dr. Catherine Sullivan, Acting NOAA Administrator, wishes she could be here and sends her regrets. She has instead prepared a statement of sincere gratitude I'd like to read to all of you. Members of the Space Foundation, participants of the 29th National Space Symposium, on behalf of NOAA, we thank you for this prestigious award. We are truly honored and humbled. This award honors the teams that design, build, and manage NOAA's satellite constellation. These satellites underpin all of NOAA's missions, from the surface of the sun to the bottom of the sea, and provide the data that's indispensable to other nations and scientists around the world. NOAA's satellites are also the backbone of our nation's weather enterprise. Over 90% of the data that goes into our weather prediction models comes from satellites. Improvements in the ways we gather and use this critical environmental intelligence have resulted in 5-day forecasts today being as accurate as 3-day forecasts 20 years ago. Example of that is Hurricane Sandy. Both US models and the European models 5 days in advance put Hurricane Sandy on the coast of New Jersey, giving our great cities the opportunity to prepare. If this kind of environmental security is the kind of thing that we should all aspire to. We, along with our industry and interagency and international partners, continue to push the boundaries of space-based observations and atmospheric profiling skill. We use these in our weather models. From last year's operationalizing of the SUMI NPP data, our forecast models get this data 3 times faster than before, and we have new instruments slated for GOES-R that will greatly improve detection and tracking of extreme weather. NOAA will continue to improve our weather forecasting enterprise for years to come because of the benefits that we obtain from this fabulous data source. Again, on behalf of all of NOAA, thank you for this high honor.
Sandy, the question on everybody's mind. Will it snow and how much tonight? Yes, you heard it here first. And finally, the Jack Swigert Award.
The John L. Jack Swigert Jr. Award for Space Exploration honors the Colorado native by recognizing extraordinary contributions to space exploration. Jack Swigert was a former U.S. Air Force combat pilot and engineer test pilot who overcame tremendous odds on the Apollo 13 lunar mission. Alongside astronauts James A. Lovell Jr. and Fred Hayes, with the help of NASA's Mission Control, Swigert coordinated a safe return to Earth after a perilous oxygen tank rupture en route to the Moon. The Swigert Award was established by the Space Foundation to pay tribute to his legacy of dedication to space exploration. In celebration of successfully landing the Curiosity rover on the surface of Mars, the Space Foundation is proud to name NASA's Mars Science Laboratory Mission Team as the recipient of the John L. Jack Swigert Jr. Award for Space Exploration. In early August of last year, the MSL team safely placed America's 4th and most capable rover onto the surface of Mars.
We're safe on Mars.
This highly publicized landing captivated not only the aerospace community, but had worldwide public support cheering for Curiosity's descent into and exploration of the Gale crater. Curiosity will trek across Mars indefinitely as it takes photographs, collects and analyzes samples, searches for evidence of microbial life, and assesses Martian climate and geology. For providing humankind with a new tool to delve into our neighboring planet's past and help us plan missions for the future, we applaud the NASA Mars Science Laboratory Mission Team, winner of the 2013 John L. Jack Swigert Jr. Award for Space Exploration.
And joining us from the Deputy Director of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Gene Tattini. Thank you and welcome back.
Well, let me start by thanking the some 600 members of the MSL mission team and all of the 5,000 people at the Jet Propulsion Lab for allowing me the privilege of coming here to the Broadmoor and accepting this award on their behalf. And also let me add my thanks to the California Institute of Technology for buying my airplane ticket to get me out here. The guys said to me as I was walking out the door, you know, this is becoming kind of a little bit of a tradition. I think we have about 4 of those Swigert Awards back at JPL. And it's been a privilege for us to get out here and to accept those awards. And by the way, they said, since you've announced your retirement, you can also tell the folks what you really think. And quite frankly, I will do that if you'll allow me. The MSL team at the Jet Propulsion Lab, no question, was a captain of the great team to put this together. It was their vision, it was their design, and it was their willingness to go into the unknown to do these kind of things. But they could not have done it without a great number of teammates. The folks at the Ames Research Center and the Langley Research Center lent their expertise to the entry, descent, and landing that you saw here. The folks at Goddard did a magnificent job with probably one of the most complex instruments ever built. The folks at the Kennedy Space Center and ULA gave us an absolutely magnificent ride. And quite frankly, the industry team that put all this together for us was beyond comparison. There is no question about that. 10 major instruments on MSL, 3 from international collaborators, 3 from the NASA centers, and the remainder from both the Malin Science Center folks with the cameras down at San Diego, as well as the other national labs. There is no question it's been a magnificent team effort, and it is just starting. MSL is in conjunction today. The science team and the mission team are all taking a deep breath and resting, and when it comes out of conjunction, the science that these magnificent instruments we hope will be beyond your imagination. And finally, to the Space Foundation, I've been coming to these events probably more years than I ever want to remember. I have watched this organization mature. I have watched the vision that not only their CEO has, but also their board of directors. It is a magnificent blend of commercial, civil, and national security space, together with the industry that supports all 3 of those space sectors. And in addition to that, the folks here at the Space Foundation had the vision and the intestinal fortitude, quite frankly, to bring the international community here to Colorado Springs. Lastly, it is just unconscionable to me that the entire spectrum of space professionals could not be allowed to come to this conference. Again, thank you very much, Elliot, for this magnificent honor. God bless each and every one.
Thank you, sir. That was interesting. Am I still on? Okay. How about one more round of applause for all of our award winners tonight? As I mentioned earlier, our co-sponsor for the event this evening is Northrop Grumman, and they are just one of the finest corporate partners we could hope to have. Your corporate host tonight is a guy that I've had a chance to meet here very recently. He's not only a corporate vice president of Northrop Grumman and president of the aerospace systems sector, but he's my newest boss, the newest member of the board of the Space Foundation. Would you please welcome your corporate host, Tom Weiss.
Well, thank you, Elliot. Northrop Grumman is proud to host the opening ceremonies for this 29th year of the National Space Symposium. This is the largest gathering of our community, but it's just one element of the Space Foundation's charter. A leader in STEM education, the Foundation offers development programs for teachers, helping to blend the excitement and wonder of space into our curriculum. Hands-on educational programs like Science on a Sphere are inspiring a new generation to take us to the next space adventure. So thank you, Elliot, for all of the great work the Space Foundation does. We're privileged tonight to have so many servicemen and women from our military here with us tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of you, and to those who protect and project freedom around the globe every day. Our way of life cannot be taken for granted. We must maintain a relentless focus on the mission for which our servicemen and women have dedicated and sacrificed so much. So thank you. And so when you think about the flawless technology our military requires, as well as the tools our scientists deploy in all domains, you can't help but to be proud of all of our accomplishments. We have faced insurmountable challenges and created solutions that have surpassed our wildest expectations. Today's budget environment demands affordable systems, but ones that don't sacrifice performance. This underscores the value of today's invention and tomorrow's vision. Our community thrives on solving hard problems. We push the boundaries of ingenuity to better understand the universe. We invent systems like advanced EHF and the wideband global system to extend the reach of our warfighters in peacetime and in times of conflict. SBIRS High and the Missile Defense Agency's space tracking and surveillance system have greatly increased ballistic missile early detection, tracking, and monitoring. This past February, MDA demonstrated the vital role a robust space layer plays in integrated missile defense systems. By employing a capability provided by STSS, a U.S. Navy guided missile cruiser launched on remote, a ship-based interceptor. This layered approach to missile defense allowed the ship's crew to respond sooner, thus expanding an area a cruiser can protect. There's also a range of incredible accomplishments we can't acknowledge in this forum. I can tell you we all sleep better at night because of the sacrifices made by the dedicated people who operate critical national programs. So let's talk about what we're doing to advance human discovery. How about that NASA Mars Curiosity rover? The Curiosity rover captivated the world when it landed on Mars last summer. That mission took vision and guts. It was a willingness to try something new. Most people call the landing the 7 minutes of terror. I call it 7 million minutes of incredible ingenuity. Curiosity dares us to dream about the future of space exploration, even beyond Mars. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope is on track for launch in 2018. We'll investigate dark matter. We'll help scientists search for Earth-like objects and look back in time some 13 billion years to learn how our universe really formed. That's pretty darn cool. And just last month, the European Space Agency scientists announced the Planck mission had provided evidence that the universe is about 100 million years older than we thought, and is that the galaxy and the universe is expanding slower than we thought. It's really amazing research going on across the spectrum. And our community continues to answer questions humans have asked since the first time they looked up at the bright night sky. So yes, despite all the obstacles in our path, now is not the time to hunker down. We rise to the challenge We persevere, we invent, we create, and we conquer. That's what we have always done, and that's what we must do again. We'll do this through innovation, particularly by delivering innovation at an affordable price. We must repurpose, evolve mature capabilities for new missions. The challenge is not to scale back to what we think we can afford. The challenge is deciding what we need to do and using innovation to achieve it affordably. We will not achieve greatness by reducing expectations. We will achieve it through innovation, finding new ways, affordable ways to accomplish our boldest of dreams. And we must be willing to push new ideas in the early forming of a new project and not be afraid to fail. And our community has been propelled by visionaries like Ivan Getting and Brad Parkinson, who made GPS a reality at a time when few people believed it was worth the investment. Guided by great leaders like Simon Ramo, Werner von Braun, Jenna Bernard Schriever, we have ignored the naysayers, and they have taken calculated risks to explore and to innovate. I've always liked a particular Steve Jobs quote: "The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones that do." So let's talk a little bit about the crazy people. You know, public access to space is on the cusp of a reality, thanks to people like Peter Diamandis, Burt Rutan, Sir Richard Branson, hoping to do for space what the Orteig Prize and Lindbergh's flight to Paris did for aviation. Diamandis created the X Prize in the 1990s. The X Prize offered $10 million for the first non-governmental team to launch a spacecraft into suborbital space, and then repeat the flight within 2 weeks using the same spacecraft. Burt Rutan, founder of Northrop Grumman's Scale Composite, took up the challenge. With backing by Microsoft's co-founder Paul Allen, Scale Composite built the innovative White Knight and Spaceship One combo, and we took the X Prize. SpaceX is providing commercial service resupply to the International Space Station, and a growing number of companies are gearing up to offer similar services, which may eventually lead to commercial transportation of astronauts to and from the ISS. And the agile companies like Sierra Nevada are developing programs like Dream Chaser, a cool name that I love that I think really captures the mission, chasing the dream. And the next generation of dreamers are key to our community's success. Engineers and scientists and visionaries who will bring new ideas and new energy. We must attract them and then retain them. We always have to think about the young kids and the new energy and the new excitement they're going to bring. And fortunately, the excitement of space continues to inspire new generations. You see it in the faces of bright young students when they learn about space, science, and engineering. What we give them is the magic of discovery. That's what we give to our children. When we do that, we open the door to a better future, to empower the people who will, in fact, if you heard earlier, will change the world. Tomorrow's visionaries will revolutionize space, inspired by passionate teachers, educational programs like Science on a Sphere, Math Works, the Weightless Flights of Discovery, and from all of us. We will all help lead the next generation into space. The following short film tells a story about how inspiration might one day become a reality. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Best guess for our landing target location is about 232 meters from the landing target. We're seeing heartbeat tones again after the switch. Things are looking good. Coming up on entry.
The Curiosity rover traveled over 350 million miles to Mars. It's about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, and it's controlled by a team in California that tells it where to drive and what to do. One day, we'll send people to Mars, and if you study hard and work hard, maybe one of you in this classroom will be among them.
Hey, Captain, your little girl called. She seemed real excited about something.
Thanks, Chief. I'll call her right now. All right.
Hey, baby.
Daddy, you'll never guess what me and Brady saw today.
What?
We saw pictures from the rover on Mars.
Really? Was it cool?
It was awesome. The teacher said that one day we'll send people there, and I want to be the first girl on Mars.
What you doing, honey?
Building a Mars rover.
Can I see?
Sure. Mom, do you think it's hard to design a spaceship?
Well, I think you're going to have to study hard in school, but I think you would make a great spaceship designer.
Can I get a mohawk like the guy that drives the Mars rover?
Good morning. I'm Brady Anderson. Now, the James Webb Space Telescope is about beginnings. Beginnings of the galaxies, beginnings of the stars, beginnings of the universe, our universe. Now, here's a more simplistic view of the telescope, made up of 4 major pieces. Now, first we have the optical element, or mirrors. And right behind that, we have the integrated science module.
The complexities of modern warfare demand a vast array of capabilities, platforms, and sensors. From space through air and ground elements, the whole family of systems is greater than the sum of its parts, more effective, more lethal, more reliable.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome all of you, our newest group of flight directors, to Mission Operations. This is the flight control room for all our current on-orbit operations. Now, before we tour the backroom workstations, you might be interested to know that the thicker to control the Mars flight is under construction right next door.
Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, Pam, looks like we just had a 502 alert on Sally's backup APU.
The caution overspeed and warning light on A7 is hot. Did the turbine speed actually get above 92,000?
That's firm. Since we had a complete shutdown, the hydraulic pump that feeds it is offline. Without it, we can't land tomorrow.
Copy that.
Flight GNC.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Flight Armstrong is showing an APU shutdown on the Sally ride. We're looking at false readings on the heat exchangers in the water spray boiler for APU 2.
Copy, GNC. Let's get this thing fixed. We have a go, no-go call in 22 hours.
Copy, Flight. MIPS or GNC. All operators, you heard it. We have a little over 20 hours, so let's work this.
Armstrong, Houston. Okay, Pam, I think we've got it. There was a false positive on the software monitoring the APU2 heat exchangers that caused the override. We uplinked the final patch with this transmission, and this should do the trick.
We appreciate all the hard work your team is doing back there. Couldn't have done it without you. We confirm uplink and install of the patch, and look forward to Flight's command to begin landing ops for tomorrow.
Armstrong, Houston, you are go for lander SEP and deorbit burn.
Copy, Houston. We are go for landing. Martian highlands, we think of all the citizens of Earth and recognize the unprecedented international partnerships that it took to make this possible. And for the students around the world who might be watching this transmission, we encourage you to study hard, follow your dreams, and reach for the stars.
Collectively, they have sold more than 10 million albums worldwide. Established as the ultimate true-to-life California party band whose vibe is indeed, at its core, about having fun. Please welcome back Smash Mouth.
Everybody stand up. Come on, let's go. Let's have some fun tonight. I can't get enough of you, baby. I can't get enough of you, baby. Yes, it's true. Baby, yes, it's true. Whenever we kiss, I get to feeling like this. I get to wishing that I were two of you. My heart cries out, oh, baby, it feels so nice. I want your arms to wrap around me twice. I can't get enough of you, baby. I can't get enough of you, baby. Right or wrong. Baby, right or wrong. When you had to go, I hated the thought. I only wish that I was twice as long. And my heart cries out, oh baby, I love you so much. I wish that there was more of you to time. I can't get enough of you, baby. Get enough of you, baby. I can't get enough of you, baby. Whenever we kiss, I get to feeling like this. I get to wishing that I was two of you. And my heart cries out, oh baby, it feels so nice. I want you all to that around me twice. I can't get enough of you, baby. 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 Thank you. Thank you guys for having us. I'm a big history buff and Discovery Channel and all that kind of stuff. So I watch all this stuff you guys are talking about 24 hours a day, and I think it's awesome. And thank you guys for everything, for all you do. It means a lot. When I met her, she was waiting on a plane. At the airport restaurant, I said, what's your name? She said, I grew up in Chicago, on the way up to Toronto. Maybe you can come and stay a couple days. You can't explain the things she does. It's like we're already breaking up. First you see her, but then you don't. And you ask yourself where the hell she goes. And she'll tell you that she's so in love. Makes you think that she's the one. Disappears right before your eyes, and you realize it's like magic. Just like magic. She told me she would call me in a week, but I'm still waiting on the phone to ring. And now she's acting like a dean that she had me make believe in. She gets just what she wants, and then she leaves. And then she leaves. She does. It's like we're already breaking up. First you see her, but then you don't. And you ask yourself where the hell she'll go. And she'll tell you that she's so in love. Makes you think that she's the one. Disappears right before your eyes, and you realize it's like magic. Just like magic.
After all, I said, what's your name? You can't explain the things she does. It's like we're already breaking up. First you see her, but then you don't. And you ask yourself where the hell she goes. She'll tell you that she's so in love. Reach your think that she's the one. Disappears right before your eyes, and you realize it's like you can't explain the things she does. It's like we're already breaking up. First you see her, but then you don't. And you ask yourself where the hell she goes. She'll tell you that she's so in love. Reach your think that she's the one. Disappears right before your eyes, and you realize it's like magic. Just like magic. Just like magic.
Charlie, hold on 1 second. Everyone, this is Charlie Paxton's birthday today, so say happy birthday to him. Now bring it on, let's go.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales. A man for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me, and that's the way it seemed. And disappointed, haunted all my dreams. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. 'Cause I'm in love. I'm a believer, I believe her if I try. I thought love was more or less a given thing, but the more I gave, the less I got. Oh yeah. What's the use of trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain. And then I saw her face. Come on. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. 'Cause I'm in love. I'm a believer, I can believe her if I try. Come on, boys. What's the use of trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain. I'm in love. face. But then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. And I'm changed. I've got it in my mind. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. And I saw her face. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Indeed, it makes sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't know. Everybody, hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're outside. Get the show on, get hit, and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the medium man beg to differ. You're about to hold in a satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it and I'll never get bored. Everybody, hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get the show on, get and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Break it down. Go for the moon. Go for the right, go for the right, go. Go for the moon. Go for the right, go for the right, go. Go for the moon. Go for the right, go for the right. Come on, boys. Go for the moon. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Let the show on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars. Only shooting stars break the mold. 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 Now follow me, sing it. Ready? Here we go. Only shooting stars break the mold. Sing it, come on. Only shooting stars break the mold. Now you guys do it. Here we go. Come on. Come on, give me some more of this. Come on. Hey, the president's not here tonight, okay? So we can cut loose a little bit, okay? Break the mold. Now put your hands together. Only shooting star. Break the mold. Now check this out. Somebody once asked, could I spare some change for gas? I need to get myself away from this place. I said, yep, what a concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I hit the ground running. Did it make sense not to live for fun? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't know. No, I never tried if you don't know. Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get and all that there is only shooting stars break the mold. All that there is only shooting stars break the
Good night, everybody. Thank you for having us. God bless.
Thank you for attending tonight's opening ceremony, co-sponsored by Northrop Grumman. Again, please be sure to visit the Lockheed Martin Exhibit Center. Welcome to the 29th National Space Symposium.